Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Battletech, the campaign. I'm your host, College Fades, episode 19. We're in the system, we have a job to do. Launch the contract. This is the battle. This is the battle where we're going to join some other mechs, some pirate mechs, and trying to fend off a group of, two groups of enemies. So we have our grasshopper. We're definitely taking that. We're going to take the grasshopper. There's our trebuchet. We're going to take the grasshopper. Our other choices, so our Kintaro is back instead of our Centurion. It has more firepower. Centurion has, if we take a look here, we have to hover over this to see it. It has 840 armor, and the Kintaro has 840 armor. So they're both, yeah, they're both the same kind of armor. It's just that the Kintaro has a little less heat efficiency and more fire. Its firepower, it says, is 4. It says the firepower on the Centurion is higher because SRM 664, and then it has the AC 5. Oh, yeah, and this has a bunch of SRMs. Is all that AC 5 helps, doesn't it? So we might want to take that Centurion with us instead. The trebuchet, we probably need that for long range for the 2 LRM 15s. The concern is that she shot all her LRMs last time, and this is going to be a long fight. But I like this plan. This could work out really well. Decker, I'd like to bring him with us, but he's got low spirits. I'd like to bring him with us for a sensor log, but I don't think that's a wise move. So I'm going to take Medusa and put him in the Centurion because it's probably going to get hot. In fact, which one has the less heat efficiency? Yeah, the Centurion, so he needs to be in it. We don't have Behemoth. I'd love to have her and put her in the Grasshopper, but that's not going to happen. So what we're going to do is put Paladin in the Grasshopper. You new guys, Kenley / you have to sit on the sidelines for this. This could be tough. Glitch is going to be in our Banshee. Actually, Glitch is going to drive the Grasshopper because it's got so many lasers it can shoot in different directions, and we may be able to use some breaching shots with it. Actually, Glitch in the trebuchet for breaching shots would probably be the best. So let's do that. We'll give her that way when she's shooting the LRMs from distance, and she's shooting one LRM 15 at each group. She can get her breaching shots, and that should really help. Paladin's going to drive the Banshee. Okay. This is where we're at. Let's go do this mission. This should be fun. Or it could go horribly bad for us. There's a balancing act here in this mission. You want the pirate mechs that you're working with to do a lot of the work and take a lot of the hits. But you don't want them all to die. You need one of them to survive. You don't need all of them to survive. You just need one of them to survive. You don't want your mechs to get hit. So we took the maximum salvage on it and only 90,000 in pay because this mission should drop us some decent mech parts. It'd be nice to get another heavy mech to go along with the Grasshopper. I don't want to walk into the next mission for the campaign until I have at least 3 heavies and an assault, because it's tough, and preferably some Gauss weaponry. So, but hopefully as we start to get geared up here, as we get our Mech Warrior Mercenary MRB board rating higher, we'll be able to get some Flashpoint missions. Agamemnon. Alright, Off-Lance. Task force is up ahead. Our intel puts them somewhere in this area. Once we've cleared the enemy lances, regroup at this location for extraction. Oh, right. Listen, mercenaries. Do us all a favor and stay out of the way. Let the professionals work. Is this guy for real, boss? Shit. So let him take all the enemy fire. Less overtime hours from my crew. Just stick near them and keep them alive, Commander. Doesn't matter who gets the kills, as long as these professionals make it back more or less intact. Saddle up, Alpha. Let's clear this AO and go home. This is Argo Actual. Pirate Lance will cover your advance, and that won't be necessary, he says. Understand, Agamemnon, but we're under contract to... You can lift off and collect your payment. Agamemnon. Yeah, right. Okay. So Joseria here. So we're out in front, which we don't want to be. So we just do this.
Watching my heat gauge.
We're gonna let these guys go out in front of us. They have a locust, a wolverine. Oh my gosh, I don't trust these guys at all. And a Vulcan and a Vulcan. Wow. Yeah. So we're going to let them go ahead of us. We're not going to get ourselves in trouble.
The cooling mech is a happy mech.
Yes, it is. And a mech that's not getting shot at before these bozos get shot at is a happy mech. We're not going to do that. So we'll let these guys start to take the lead, and then we'll just kind of follow up behind them. And we have the first mech on sensors. And so then there's going to be another group coming from somewhere. It's just, I'm a little unsure where they're going to be coming from. There's going to be two groups. So we have to fight everybody. Alright, what do we have? Unknown mech. Waiting. The tactician. Locust has a tactician. If you sensor lock some of those people, I can do a little damage for you. And there's a mech coming from over there. Okay. I just don't want to get flanked. Alrighty. Let's go. What do we have? What's this over here? That's where he went. The locust went over there. I feel like there's a lot of room over here. Oh, there's the corner of the zone. Okay. Well, then.
Aye, aye.
Sprint.
On the move. Full speed.
We will sprint our way into this mess. There go the Vulcans. Recruits and a commando. Comes more mechs. They also have a Vulcan. It's a Vulcan versus a Vulcan. It's the mind meld. Oh, and his Vulcan did a lot more damage to our Vulcan than our Vulcan did to that little commando. So. Glitch. Yeah, honey, why don't you stay in the forest?
Don't need to tell me twice.
And shoot the bad guys. Okay. Well, neither one of those shots are good. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till I have better shots to use our LRMs. That's not good enough. I want green shots. And they're gonna move around and they're gonna take some hits like that. I should have just reserved her. These guys are gonna shoot. See, and now he'd be worth shooting at with an LRM because all his evasion's gone. Blade Runner. Blade Runner is in what? The Grasshopper. Ah, Grasshopper. I'm going to make that joke way too many times. Y'all are going to get sick of it. But he's got the PPC. So since it's not wasting of ammo, let's just shoot it and see what happens. Oh! He's a little dizzy. And him in the Banshee also has a PPC.
I'm walking here.
AC5, don't waste the ammo on that.
Engaging.
Leg shot. Nice. Heat sink destroyed. We'll take that.
This just in. Critical hit.
Was it critical? I don't know about that. That seems optimistic. Alright. The heat is on. The heat is all those songs that I grew up with, Robert Palmer and John Bonham and all that 70s and 80s rock. I didn't get into the 70s music because I didn't really start listening to rock music until the mid 80s, but I got late and my parents weren't rock people, so they didn't have any of those albums laying around for me to listen to. That's why I never got into things like Led Zeppelin because I just wasn't exposed to it.
Yep.
I'm gonna reserve. My first exposure to rock was hair metal. The first thing I ever heard that I loved was Rat. Under the Cellar, Out of the Cellar, Out of the Cellar. That's the album. Jesus, I can't believe I even got that wrong. I bought that tape cassette at least 2 or 3 times. I mean, I wore that thing out. All those Rat tapes I did. Rat, and then later it was Dokken. Dokken was the first concert I ever saw. And then to round that out, Queensryche and White Lion. Those were my 4 favorite guitar players. Vito Bratta, George Lynch, Warren DeMartini, and Chris DeGarmo. They're just amazing players. So I didn't get into all that 70s rock. Didn't happen for me that way. The Vulcan is about to go down. Glitch can poke his eye out. Be careful. He'll poke your eye out.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Okay, 80 and 85. That's much better. Just finish him off. Oh.
And stay down.
I agree. Medusa, where are you? You're there. Who do we have? Vulcan, Vulcan. Their guys are coming up over there. I'm going to have him start flanking. So he's going to kind of run over here. Grasshopper. And Medusa. Yeah, I think you should kind of do the same thing. Jump over here and start worming your way off to the right. We'll get some good flanking shots on these guys. And Paladin, can you hit anything? Can you sprint up here? Yeah, there we go.
Got it, Commander.
And she.
Hell yeah.
Hey, we're all inspired. I like that. But I got some of the flavor of that's what my whole point of that little rambling musical bit was. I got some of that 70s music flavor because during the 80s what happened is a lot of those 70 bands broke up. Agamemnon gets his arm blown off. He always gets out there out in front and gets killed. So a lot of those 70s bands during the 80s were breaking up and people were going on and doing solo things. John Bonham, for instance, goes on and he has that really famous song that became really big during the 80s because he went off and did his own thing, put his own band together. Wait for You, which is just a fantastic piece of music. New Context, possibly the Restoration Lance. Listen up, people. We've got another lance in the AO, so we'll need to intercept them before they can flank us. I don't think he's listening to our comms at all, Commander. Better go handle that second lance before they do some real damage. Yeah, so Mr. Arrogant is over here. At any rate, so John Bonham goes out and does his own thing. Robert Plant goes out and does his own thing. And that was my exposure to those artists, is them going off and doing their own thing. Because, you know, there was MTV and there was the radio, and that's how I got exposed to it. And normally what happens in that situation, you just hear something you like and you're like, oh man, I really want to go know more about what this person was doing before they went out on their own. But I didn't do a lot of that with those people.
What can I do for you?
I'm going to reserve. Let these guys find out. But anyway. Yeah, so I think a lot of times when people say, oh, I like this music from this era better than that music, when there are people who say, I like the music from the 70s better than the 80s, and the 80s is just hair metal, and then the people from the 90s say, oh, you know, alternative rock was that's better, whatever. I think every era has its merits, and I think it's just where you're born and raised and what you listen to during the formative years of growing up that influences what you think is best. I have a great love for 80s hair metal rock, but I'm the first person who'll tell you that the lyrics were juvenile. They're easily just juvenile. With the exception of some bands like Queensryche, who went more progressive and did a little more serious work. Operation Mindcrime being a great example of that. But you listen to, you know, Poison, Dokken, Rat, bands that I loved. Not so much Poison, but Rat, Dokken, White Lion, juvenile lyrics, right? if there was anything that the alt rock scene gave us that I love, even though that kind of stripped away a lot of the musicality, not all of it, but you know, certainly Nirvana was like, forget about being great musicians and forget about guitar solos, you know. But what all of that alt rock stuff did that was awesome was it gave us, it made it okay to write more serious lyrics in rock music, you know. And I'm very appreciative of that. PPC can hit this recruit. And so these are the guys who showed up. Wow. Destroy the local government forces for the restoration force. See, we're killing our own people here. This is not good. But they're enemies, so we have to do it. Got lasers here. And I got the PPC over here. So we're going to shoot this guy. I'm rambling and I'm not paying half as much of attention to this as I should. 4 medium lasers against this guy on the ground, and then a commando over here. Let's see how this works. We're going to generate some heat.
Engaging multiple targets.
Direct hit. Oh, pilot incapacitated. Yes, we're going to get all that Jenner
Enemy mech
if we want it.
destroyed.
All right, let's take a look at what's on the field, because this looks, there's a fire starter over here.
Waiting for orders.
So Medusa, I'm still thinking the smartest choice here is for Medusa to go around here and flank these guys from behind. If he does that, he needs to keep sprinting. And if he does that, he can't really get up there. Can he? So let's sprint him up there.
Understood. Moving fast.
He can't really flank that way like I want him to. And
Good
Glitch.
to go.
Glitch just needs to keep shooting things
Got it.
from a distance. So let's see who she's got a shot at. She's got a fire starter. A commando. These guys are all punks. It must be the second group that's going to be really hard. So those are not great shots and those are not great shots, but that is a good shot. And he's in trees in cover. So here's what we're going to do. Multi-target and use breaching shots. Breaching shot ignores cover.
Get a headshot.
Oh yeah. A little unsteady. Breaching shot ignores guarded. Take that. Yes. I could ramble about music all day. Obviously, as a musician, it's just one of those things that I can talk about forever. He can't go up there anymore. Okay. So he has to go this way.
Moving to position.
We got trapped by the geography, which is too bad. 60% chance. Let's... Oh. That's a beautiful thing.
One less target.
Government ops are gone. 25% of restoration forces here. And a drop ship is coming in with more people. Agamemnon, he's got to have his comms switched off. Christ. Darius. Hope we're getting paid a hell of a lot for this clown show. So here is where what's probably going to happen now is the really tough mechs are going to drop in on this. I could be wrong because I still think this is only a 1.5 skull mission, but I'm counting on tougher mechs showing up. Which is why Agamemnon's getting his butt kicked over here. Oh, Agamemnon, now you're sleeveless. So, one mech must survive. Command! This is Alpha Lens. We're under heavy attack. Commander, if these guys die, we don't get paid. No matter how much they might deserve it. I know, but only one of them needs to live, so I'm not concerned. Agamemnon's down. He's garbage. Here comes something. It's a javelin. I just enjoy this game so much. I've been sitting here. This is one of those things I do late at night when my wife gets home from her restaurant. She's had a hard day. She's worked a lot of hours. She's working an amazingly long amount of hours right now
Ready for orders.
to try to do carry out because of the virus. And she comes home and she just wants to chill on the couch and be on her phone for a while and just unwind. And so I like to unwind too, and I just spend my time playing some of this game because it's fun and it's easy and it's cool. Alright, Blade Runner, you are in the Grasshopper. Can't get any more. You can't really get a lot of evasion, so I don't want you to get too hot there, buddy. You can take... Oh, you can hit him with all of your lasers and your PPC. You can hit... And none of these other guys get good shots. So, just plow him, maybe? That sounds good.
All weapons committed.
Oh, look at all that. Laser damage. That's the thing I don't like about lasers, though. Sometimes you shoot like that, and it's like, oh, a little bit of armor came off. That's it. Nothing major. Nothing blew up. They didn't get any instability. Nothing happened. It's like, I just shot 5 lasers at this guy. Down low. Too slow. Okay. Let's see. Fire starter. You got really good to hit for this guy. Let's use legs. There you go. Now you're probably going to kill him. The missiles are probably going to kill him.
Nice. Got past his armor.
Yeah, that's what we like. Glitch. Glitcherino, you can safely move up here now a little bit and start using some of your lasers because you haven't generated any heat, so you can use lasers to try to kill that guy. And then let's just split our forces between A and B to try to... These are going to be breaching shots, and we'll take some evasion off and make it easier for everybody else to kill these guys. So far, there's not been one good mech in this whole fight, and usually there is. The first time I had to do this mission in the campaign, oh my gosh, barely walked away with my mechs, but I got some good mechs doing it. I've enjoyed this particular mission. There's also another really good one that's pretty cool, which is when 2 companies are going to fight each other, and you kind of just have to stay out of the way, and they'll do most of the damage to each other. If you can manage to do that, you can end up with some really good mech pieces. Okay, 40 and 40 and 30 and 30. Neither one of those is good. So let's just shoot here at the commando. Oh, we hit him. Destroyed his left arm. Our PPC got him.
Cobra strikes.
The Cobra strikes. I love it when he says that. Attention, Pirate Lance. You screwed with the wrong people. You should probably start running now. Oh, look. Oh, look. I told you some better stuff was going to show up. There's a Locust. Maybe 2 Locusts. Probably another Javelin. But this thing over here looks big. What is that? Command. We have another hostile Lance on the field. Please advise. How much do you want to bet he doesn't even try to ask us for help? I don't make losing bets, Meyer. Commander, you're going to have to handle that Lance too, whether he asks for our help or not. Yeah, I know. What is that thing? I want to know. I want to know. Which way do I go to get to your America? I'll tell you, man. Living Color. Another one of those bands from the 80s. But different. I wouldn't call them a hair metal band at all. Vernon Reid, Corey Glover. Corey Glover is one of my favorite vocalists of all time. And Vernon Reid just tore it up on that album. On that debut album of theirs. But Living Color was so ahead of their time. You go back now and listen to their lyrics. And they are completely 100% relevant today. And if that doesn't give you a clue as to what it's like to grow up as a person of color in the United States of America, then there's no help for you. The fact that nothing has changed in 30 years, that those lyrics still have the exact same weight and meaning as they do now is kind of mind-blowing. It's like, wow, we just... How do you make progress when that's what happens, you know?
Yeah.
Alright. Locust, Javelin, and what is this thing? There's a crab. Oh, well, we fought a crab before, and we know it's pretty tough. So, and he moves in 3, so he's a medium mech. She's got the LRMs. I don't want to move her too close to hostile forces. So what I want to do is move her over here. She has the Arc of Death on whoever she wants to pin it on. Hitting these Locusts would probably be really good. These guys are turds. So the sooner we can get them out of the way, the better. I'm going to shoot 1 Locust. And since this guy's kind of close to one of ours, we're going to do that. Go. Breaching shot. Ignores. Guarded. Cool thing is, one of my favorite guitar players of all time, I listed my 4 earlier, George Lynch, last year did an album with Corey Glover from Living Colour, and it is diversely amazing. It is so good, and I actually need to listen to it more. Man, oh my gosh. You see things like that, and you're just like, that is the coolest thing ever. Corey Glover and George Lynch. Heck yes. You know, and you know how that started. You know that they were just hanging out somewhere and they're like, man, we should do an album together sometime. I love your vocals. Yeah, and I dig your guitar playing. And next thing you know, there's an album and you're like, what is this? This is awesome. I was so happy when I saw that. I could not believe it. All right, he's in a little bit of a pickle here because this gives us cover. This makes it so everybody over here wants to shoot at us. If we jump a little bit further without the cover, we get another evasion pip. But then we have a hard time running around. I'm loath to move him out there and let 4 different people shoot at him. That doesn't seem like a good decision to me. If I move him here, he's not going to get a good shot at anybody. He's got the AC5 and he's going to be able to shoot at that guy. Okay. You're going to shoot the AC5 and try to kill this guy.
Firing on target.
At 85%, you missed that shot. He's lying down on the ground. What have we been saying since the beginning? Medusa sucks. Like, if you need a ranged shot on him, forget about it. The best thing Medusa can do is get up close and shoot things with lots of short-range missiles. It's like, oh my goodness. Come on, Medusa. How can you keep sucking that bad? I don't like us hunting down the Erugan forces here. That's not making me feel good. The grasshopper. Grasshopper. If we move over here, what do we got? Some high percentage shots there. Some high percentage shots there. We're going to have to hit this crab. We might be able to kill that locust. But he is going to need to spend the next turn after this just running. He's got to get his stuff down. The PPC hits him for 80. Or him for 80. Well, it's better if we take this piece of garbage down and don't let him get back up. Let's do this. We don't want to generate that much heat. We're going to turn these off and only go for the high percentage ones.
Engaging multiple targets.
Poof. Structure exposed. Right arm gone.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
This drink I'm having is
Await
beautiful.
command.
When it's the end of the work week and you want something, you should have it.
Onward.
I'll let some people in on a little secret. They probably don't even know this. I may not have mentioned this before, but I actually didn't start drinking until I was about 38 years old. I had a little bit of alcohol when I was. I can't hit anybody, can I? Brace. I had a little bit of alcohol when I turned 21 when I was in the military. Of course, everybody does. I mean, even if you're a non-drinker like I was the designated driver in the military. All my boys, all my homies got home safe. Because I went into the military when I was 19. I delayed enlistment, so it took a whole year for them to find me a slot. That's what happened. So I worked for the fishing game for a year. And then for the Idaho fishing game, doing Creole census, which was kind of cool. And then I went into the military, and for the first 2 years there, 1920, I was the designated driver for all the time. And I was happy to do it because my parents drank. We weren't religious at all. I never went to church. I just had seen too many people make and heard too many stories of people make drastic mistakes with alcohol in their life. And in fact, I'll tell a short little story here. One of my really good friends who I drove to school every day. I picked him up on his house on the way to school, drove him to school. He had a really tough time. And our senior year, there were a lot of days that he went to school drunk because his mom died of cancer. So it was just him and his dad. And here he is, a senior in high school. And he just, it's just, people just don't have coping mechanisms. So, he's my friend, and I just felt horrible for him. And I didn't know what to do at that age. You have no idea what to do. But that was, one of those cautionary warning things. It's like, this is what can happen. you know, with alcohol. Well, it wasn't alcohol. I mean, his situation was crap. And, but I saw a lot of stuff like that, and a lot of things that made me say, just stay away from alcohol. So there it was. It turned 21 in the military. Finally decided that it was probably time to experiment a little bit. I was of legal age. Somebody else could do the days I needed driving for a while. And it took me 2 months of partying on the weekends to puke my guts out. Which, if you've ever thrown up because you drank too much, will completely turn you off to alcohol. At least that specific kind of alcohol, if not all alcohol, for a long time. So for a long time, I was like, I'm done drinking. That was... Obviously, drinking in excess is a really bad idea. Bad idea. Okay, this little commando can be destroyed. And do we have any other high percentage shots here? Oh, we got a high percentage shot on the crab. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm blathering here, and I'm not playing the mission as good as I can.
Got it.
But honestly, I just expected more tougher mechs. Nice of her to take that out. I'd be completely paying a lot more attention if there was a heavy mech in here that I really wanted to capture. But there's not, so I'm kind of surprised at this mission. Oh, government mech, the crab. Head hit. Ooh, if we could hit his head again, that'd be great. Blade Runner, you are here with the grasshopper. If you can hit this crab, which you've got really good 2-hit chances just about anywhere you look. You could do some serious damage to the crab. One of these spots was serious damage, and I can't remember which one it was. Not that slot. What about this one? That one. We're going right there. Oh, dude, you're going to get so hot, though. Okay. I'm going to vigilance him just for a little extra defense. And then, yeah, he's really hot. What do we want to do? Peel off this? Oh, good. And then we'll run next turn. Ah, grasshopper. Yeah, see, not a lot of damage there.
I live to serve.
Do you? Well, here's what you're going to get to do, punk. You're going to launch both of your good weapons at this guy. Go for the crab. Kapow, right in the face. How is he not down yet? Turn number 9. There's still 3 pirates running around. We're good. He takes the side out of the locust. Take a bite out of crime. McGruff, the crime dog. I will say one thing. It may have been corny, but advertising in the 80s and the 70s was way better than it is today. We had Schoolhouse Rock. We had McGruff the crime dog. We had Smokey the bear. We had Where's the Beef? I mean, we had the best advertising on the planet. Now ads suck. Ads stink. TV advertising these days is it's just terrible. Okay, who do we want to go first? The grasshopper is just going to sprint. And if he goes out there, if he gets really close to that guy, all his heat goes down. Ooh. Let these guys do the hard work. They're the pirates. But this is also what happens when you get me drinking. Having a little bit of end of the week alcohol. Here's I babble a lot. So the crab, if we just shoot at the crab, it's not that great. The locust is here. Oh, and there's a javelin right there that we can totally mow down. If we move like this, oh, these are good shots on this javelin. Probably too hot. Okay, so same story here. He's going to do this, and then he's going to have to run the next turn. It was nice of that headshot to work so effectively. I wish I'd have known that was going to happen. You'll see me overkill a lot because I'm not sure that the weapon's going to hit. You get him, Vulcan.
What can I do for you?
Glitch. You can get some evasion.
Uh-huh.
And then you can shoot this crab because these other two guys kind of suck. She's got a lot of heat. She can put 2 on that locust. Her 2 medium lasers that we don't fire very often, and she's gonna get really hot too.
No problem. I've got
But
enough guns for everyone.
cool thing is she can just move the next turn in the pirates. Oh, and you missed. If you'd have hit both of my... Oh, and even with the one, she killed it. I was gonna say, if she hits with both, she'll kill it. But nope, she did it.
I'm here.
Good job. Okay. We're close to putting this thing to bed. 50-50. Ha. Okay. The crab, can you do us a favor and hit the leg? Probably not, but...
May I interest you in some melting armor?
Oh, yes. Right leg destroyed, finally. Oh my gosh. For once, we actually aimed at the right leg and hit it. I feel like I should always be focusing on doing that in a Bob Ross voice. And we hit some legs over here. Great little legs. They're on the ground now. This mech warrior just wants to be free. Or he wants to kick you in the behind.
Waiting for orders.
Glitch. Got a javelin over here. We got that thing on the ground. Who else? And we got Medusa, who says, I am the Centauro.
On it.
And I'm hot. Yeah, he can't fire anything else. Let's just brace it. Called shot head. You didn't do it. Oh, pilot incapacitated. Oh man, we got a shot at getting that thing. We got a shot at getting the crab. That'd be some good money.
I hear ya.
You need to do the same thing though. Sprint.
Affirmative.
Everybody's got heat problems here. We have what? One guy left? It's just this javelin? That's it? Well, Mr. Blade Runner, what would you like to do? Can you move back here and shoot this guy from behind? I think you can. You choose to shoot him like that. Spend your wad, man. Right there in the back. Yeah!
Enemy mech.
That was a big battle. Well, boss, how did it feel to work with real professionals? The targets are down and the good guys made it out. That's all that matters, Meyer.
Mission successful.
That Agamemnon mission will come up over and over and over and over, and it made me wonder why they didn't like at least change the names when it comes up on different missions. But that's great. All of our people healthy. And mech salvage. All right, what do we have here? The 50-tonner is this guy, the crab, and we get all 3 pieces. I'll take that because that'll be worth some sale. There's no unique weapons. Okay, what else do we want then? Do we have any 2 or 3s? No, we have locust. And this, so grab the heaviest thing we can find. The Jenner. Oh no, the Vulcan. Let's grab that. And we grab some more. Oh man, $11 million worth of mech salvage. Yes. Hello. I love it. Alright, let's see if we can get one more mission before this episode needs to end. These are long episodes, I know it. And I debated whether to make them 1 mission per episode, but you guys can always pause, or I hear so many people just put me on in the background because they like my voice. It shocks me. Crab 20s fulfill an oft overlooked role. That of a skirmisher. Interesting. We need to do some mech repairs. Our mech warriors are gaining experience. That's good. So this is the Crab 20. He's got a bunch of energy weapons, and that's it. So he goes to storage. We already have the grasshopper for that. Mech Bay. We have mechs doing work, and the red and the black just looks good. I mean, let's go change this for a second. Let's go customize this. The only other thing that I would want to do is a blue. And if we did the blue and we saved it, what's it look? Because blue is my favorite color out of all colors. Oh, and then because we didn't do. Oh, I see. So even though we changed it to blue, and allergies don't care if you're in the middle of a sentence. They're going to force you to sneeze. 2 sneezes in a row. So I get it now. So look, this is a really good way to tell what colors do what. We changed the middle one to blue, but we stars and stripes, baby. Red, white, and blue. I almost really like this. This is almost crazy good, isn't it? Oh my gosh, this is kind of cool. What colors would look good together then? Oh man, the red and blue is turning me on. That's awesome. Oh jeez. What if we went to, oh my gosh, I have to check this out. This is too cool. This might be the end of this episode. We're gonna do colors and then we're gonna be done. Because if we change this to blue, not like that, is there, yeah, like this. If we do this red and blue, what's this? It's much better to try it out on, oh my god. It's kind of gaudy. Red. That kind of looks cool. That's just kidding. Oh my gosh. So the red and blue is actually kind of cool. It's Captain America-ish, isn't it? What if we did that for a while? Let's see if we did that. Is there a good red and blue flag anywhere in here? Probably not. It's probably just blue. I don't think I remember seeing one at all. Hey, there's Thor's hammers. That'd be pretty cool. This kind of is, but that's, I don't know if I like that flag. Still, I kind of really want to do this for a little bit. I mean, this is part of, oh, this is a little better. That's got some red and blue in it. Not as much. That's really interesting. Deco's Blade Runners. Or we might do this blue and red thing for a little while. I mean, come on, it's just fun. We're just playing through the campaign. People would be like, you're always changing your colors. Well, I've got all these buckets of paint. I got to keep people busy. What do we have for contracts in this system? So pilots, joint operation. Oh, so... Okay, we're tracking local government units engaged in a secret military exercise in a remote portion of the planet's surface. It's ideal time to strike. So, okay, and then there's somebody else coming in. We need you to eliminate them as well. And then there's intelligence agency, which is a recovery thing again. Okay, we have 15 minutes in this mission. So what I'm in this, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna stop this. We're gonna do it next episode because 15 minutes isn't enough, and I don't like to run these longer than an hour. So, folks, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me ramble. As always, if you enjoyed the episode, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a question or a comment down below. And if you feel like supporting the channel a little bit financially, maybe for the price of a coffee cup per month, my Patreon is listed down below in the description. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.